Hey guys, Eric here. Okay, so before I even get into this, I just want you to know this has been on my heart for a while. So what you're about to get from me is going to be straight from my heart, unfiltered. I'll still probably filter it a little bit. Pretty much unfiltered, what's on my mind, what's been on my heart for a long time. Also a couple of huge announcements that I think is going to impact a bunch of you as well. So it's just, I'm kind of in an amazing spot right now where I'm super excited about where I'm at. I'm super excited about the future ahead of us. At the same time, reflecting on some of the challenges that have brought us to this place, and just like amazing opportunities. So, you know, just to kind of give you a little bit of the backstory, I decided I was living on the East Coast and kind of struggling for a long time. I lived in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. And my dream was to move to San Diego. So in the year 2000, the world did not end and I moved to San Diego. And honestly, I got here and I was kind of struggling. I was working in restaurants, you know, doing that business, which had gotten me all the way through college, and you know, enjoying the weather, but I was kind of lost. And in 2002, I had an amazing opportunity. I joined a company called Buffini and Company, and it was like a life-saving experience for me. First of all, I learned so much, and I know a lot of you guys, a lot of my Facebook friends know me through my association with that company. I learned so much there. I really got a passion for personal growth and development, and I really found my calling, which I believe is serving people, especially when it comes to helping people be successful, helping people be the best version that they can be. Because we focus on coaching, building people's businesses, helping them create a life, not just for themselves and their family, but a life that would impact their community. And that was really exciting for me. In fact, I also found Jesus during my time at Buffini. I mean, it was an amazing period of time. And I have to tell you guys, you know, that opportunity and meeting so many of you guys that are probably going to watch this video was the highlight of that time as well. And I honestly felt like this was it. The Lord had put me where He needed me, and I would never leave. People used to ask me, well, what's your thing? And I was like, I don't know, whatever it is, I'll be here. I'll be here forever. Like, this was where I was going to be planted. I was going to put down roots, and that's where I was going to live. I just planned to spend the rest of my adult life serving in some way through the mission of that company. Well, as you guys, many of you guys know, that the big recession hit in 2008, and it started getting really dark over there. I mean, we were serving real estate agents, and the real estate industry tanked, and people started getting laid off left and right, in huge waves, you know, and it was brutal. And at the end of my time at that period, I was actually part of a leadership team whose job was to pick every week 5 or 6 amazing business coaches, like pick the ones that were going to get cut. It was, to say it was dark. And I know Mike Lopez, my friend Mike Lopez, Cheryl Wolf, we were all involved in this. Was terrible. I mean, these are people that these were family, and you had to pick. Terrible position to be put in, by the way, to have to pick who's going to be gone. And you know, my wife was pregnant with our first child. She was laid off. I was there for that, and some time went on, and it was really scary. Well, of course, eventually I was laid off too, and it was brutal. I mean, you guys know I'm a baby. I bawled my eyes out. I mean, it was terrible. I mourned that loss because I was going to be there forever. That was going to be my thing. Well, luckily, you know, I was blessed, and I was able to find another job really quickly. Family didn't want for anything. You know, one of the things that I'm just amazed is how the Lord has provided for me my whole life. I mean, always. We have not wanted. Through all the rocky moments, we have not wanted. Right when it looks like that bank account's going to be empty, a new opportunity, something new comes along. And that's what happened. And I got an opportunity to work for a company, White Digital Media. I worked there for 10 months. And it was an awesome experience. I learned a ton. And it got me involved in social media and technology and apps. And I met a lot of great people. Now, it wasn't my favorite place to work. And I certainly didn't feel connected to the mission of the company because the company was about making money. Most companies are. Right? But I'm not about that. I'm not about that. Like I said, making money, that's a byproduct of doing good things. So, you know, amazingly, 10 months later, I had an opportunity to go back to Buffini and Company, where I thought that bridge was burned forever. And I was so excited to go back. I was so excited to go back because it had meant so much to me working there, and the people that I had served, the community of real estate and mortgage professionals that I had served, you know, they were my favorite people in the world. So I was very excited to go back. But now I was going back and I was a different person. I was a different person. I knew that as much as I loved being there, that I was an employee, I was employee number whatever, and that I was dispensable. I mean, I just understood that. You know, now I understood what it means to be an employee. It doesn't mean you're a part of a family, no matter how good the culture is. It means you're an employee, you work for somebody. So I went in with eyes wide open. I also came in kind of annoying because I wanted to change everything, right? I wanted to bring that company into the future, get them on social media, get them building technology, get them building apps. And I know I was a fly in the ointment as nicely as I could be. And there were some people who recognized that as a good thing, you know, as an innovation driver. And there was a lot of people I'm sure I got under their skin. But what an amazing opportunity to come back for a couple years, reconnect with my friends, and start building some technology tools that I really felt could transform the real estate industry. And some of you guys still use the tools that we built over there. I now call it, lovingly, I call it my practice product. And I am so grateful to the opportunity to have somebody pay me a salary to practice what it takes to create an app and launch it, and something that really meets the needs of a community. So time goes on, and you know, it was a difficult time because as much as I loved the community and as much as I loved what I was doing, I struggled. I struggled my second time at Buffini. I struggled a lot because the vision that I had for the projects I was working on wasn't shared by the leadership. And again, I'm not indicting Brian, because as the CEO of the company, honestly, I didn't see him very often. Once or twice a year, maybe I was able to talk to him. So it wasn't like, I just don't think he knew what we were doing. Honestly, I just don't think he knew what I was working on most of the time. And I struggled. And there were specific people that were put in my journey that made my life really difficult and really made my life challenging for my team, made their lives difficult. And you know, my brother-in-law, Art Sherwin, is an amazing guy, and he has this mantra, which is every time you interact with another person, you should make them feel taller, not smaller. You should make them feel taller, not smaller. Man, I mean, it was, I think that's the best mantra. Like, if that's all we did as people, make other people feel taller, not smaller, what kind of world would we live in? Unfortunately, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have people in your lives or at work who like to make people feel smaller. That's the only way they personally feel taller, is by making other people feel smaller. And specifically, God put a person named Terry King in my path. And I know I probably shouldn't drop her name, but I'm grateful. And Terry, if you tuned into this video, I'm grateful you were put in my path. You made my life very difficult. You did. And I know that you greatly reduced the impact I was able to have and the people I was able to help. But I realize now God put you in my path because there were bigger things I needed to be doing. So thank you for being there, for being you. And Brian decided at one point to make his brother Dermot the CEO of Buffini. Again, that was hard for me because he didn't share the vision I had. He didn't share the vision I had for creating the technology tools we were working on and really serving people where they live now. You know, it's such a social media oriented world when it comes to marketing. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that he fired my good friend and now business partner, Mike Lopez, from his company. And I'm grateful that he finally got fed up enough with me to fire me a year ago and release me to do the things that I'm doing now. So, which brings me to this, you know, and like I said before, I mean, the Lord has provided for me every step of the way, you guys. And I know I've told you guys so many of the small things that has happened to me over the years where it looks grim and then something happens and it's just like the exact amount we need has been taken care of. It's been amazing. I know I've told a lot of you guys the story about when I felt really moved to finally tithe 2 years ago. It was my first month as a Beachbody coach. And we had always given at church but never tithed. By that I mean 10% of our income. And I remember at that time, 10% of my income was $600, and it was $600 that we didn't have in our budget for me to drop on Sunday at church. And I remember praying about it, and we did it. And that was my first week as a Beachbody coach. Guess what my commission check was that first week? It was exactly $600. So along the way, I've been blessed. The Lord has given me these moments of clarity, like, hey, you're doing. All right. So anyhow, so when it came to the point where I was just banging my head up against the wall at my job, and I had been building my Beachbody business, it was awesome because it gave me somewhere new to focus, where I could actually use the creativity, the entrepreneurial drive, the incredible desire to make an impact. I had an avenue, so I didn't just go insane. And so I'm grateful for all of you guys who've supported my Beachbody team business as we went, because that was an amazing place for me to pour my passion into. And so when I left Buffini, well, let me back up a little bit. I was still at Buffini, and I was trying to build my Beachbody business on the side. It was my side hustle, as we call it. And I was thinking, man, these people are amazing. And for those of you guys who are Beachbody coaches that are right now watching this and know me or don't know me, you guys are amazing. I mean, the fact that you spend your time trying to help other people get healthy and build fulfilling lives is incredible. You inspire me. And so I was really excited. I was really excited to help this community. And when I realized there were no professional tools for building a business, I mean, let's face it, there weren't. The BAT tracker, right? It's a spreadsheet. Like, are you kidding me? That's terrible. I hate that. So I saw there was a huge need, not only for myself, but for everybody, to have some tools, that will help us be efficient. And the other thing is just having learned the principles at Buffini Company about building relationships, the principles about how what you give will be returned to you, the principles that if you are consistent in loving on other people, your business will feel the love. And so that seemed to be missing too. People were getting it intuitively, but they didn't understand how to work that systematically. So we started Teamzy, just for Beachbody coaches. And Teamzy is everything I wanted to build before, but wasn't able to get through the bureaucracy and the bullshit and the infighting and the small and petty people. And what it is it's basically a CRM, but it's based on the relationship principles, and it's for Beachbody coaches, and it's designed for Beachbody coaches. We picked the colors that most of them would like. We picked every single detail, and now it's an amazing situation because it's taking off. People are loving it. And now it's being led by the coaches themselves. You guys are using it, are leading the way in helping develop improvements to Teamzy, which is amazing. Guys, in the last 48 hours, more than 300 people have joined Teamzy in just 48 hours. It's taking off like crazy. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I know how powerful this tool will be to helping people build their business. Every single one of you guys that's a Beachbody coach that's using Teamzy, now I know you have an opportunity to leverage your heart, your passion, your ability, and be consistent in the stuff that matters and make you could help thousands of people. Every single one of you could help thousands of people. And that gets me super excited. That gets me so excited. And I cannot even believe I'm sitting here in my shoffice, right? My shed in my backyard, my shed quarters that I built because, you're building this thing up and it's like, no job, building your businesses, doing what you can, making it work, figuring it out. I'm sitting out here in my shed thinking about the fact that 300 people joined this program in the last 2 days. And what an amazing place. What an amazing God we serve. So, okay, let me get to my announcement. Man, that was a long preamble. So thank you guys for watching as you're going along. But here's the deal. I've been building this thing from the get-go. Last summit, we talked to a lot of coaches and found the need was real, and went and talked to compliance at Beachbody and found out, everything we need to do to be compliant. So one of the things you guys that are coaches know is if you're a Beachbody coach, you can't provide a service to other coaches and get paid for it. If you do that, they'll take away your Coach Business Center. Hey, and I know that there's other people out there who've done that, and they've just lied about it and said, no, I'm not getting paid. I know there's people out there like that. But you guys need to know that's not me. That's not me. So I started this knowing that I wasn't going to be able to make any money from it. I thought, well, maybe if Carl buys it, I'll get a big paycheck at some point. but I just wanted to do it anyways because I just felt like we needed it. But it's gotten to a point now, guys, where Teamsy's doing so well, there's so many of you using it, that I know you need my support. And being at Summit this past week and meeting so many of you in person, I know how much support you guys need. The training, all of the things that I've been given over the past 15 years of my career, all the skills, the abilities, the trainings, the knowledge in the trenches, the dialogues that I've learned, everything that I have to share with you, I need to share with you so you can use this tool successfully and build your businesses. I need to focus on you guys. And it's getting to a point now where I can't do both. I can't be a coach and be CEO of Teamsy and really lead this company for you guys. So, and let's face it, let's just be practical for a second. My family really wants me to take the money from Teamsy, because at this point right now, guys, at this point right now, this month, the salary that I could take from Teamsy would be in excess of the salary it took me 15 years to work my way up to at Buffini. That's not bad for a year's work. And next month it'll be more, and the month after that it'll be more, which is the amazing, wonderful thing about building your own business. So here's to my announcement now. I'm at this point in my announcement, which is, this is a hard one for me because I have absolutely loved being a coach. But in order to stay compliant with Beachbody, stay clear of their attorneys, and focus on building Teamsy and really supporting this amazing community, I'm going to be closing my CBC, my Coach Business Center, so that I can stay compliant with Beachbody's rules. I think it's a bummer rule, honestly, but it is what it is. So I just wanted you guys to know that is my big announcement. And I'm going to be focusing on developing Teamsy for you guys, those of you guys who are coaches out there, making sure that it's what you need, that it stays cutting edge, that it's awesome, that it's going to make your life easy. We're going to make sure, look, we're not going to add everything you ask on there. I'm just telling you right now, it needs to be simple. Okay? You sign up a coach tomorrow, they need to be able to use Teamsy. We're not building Teamsy for 15-star diamonds to do complicated systems, guys. We're using it, we're making it for you to be able to build a team upon, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be focused on that. I'm going to be training. Guys, if you have not had a team call with me and you want one, you need to message me. I'm doing team calls every night of the week. I've been broadcasting out here. You know what's amazing? I spent 10 years of my life on the road with my former boss, seeing people at seminars, schlepping around, staying away from my family. I come out here to my office each evening for 1 hour, and I see way more people. Social media, the internet, it's amazing. It is amazing where we live. So that's my big announcement. Also, I started another business this past year with my old boss, Mike Lopez. We created a real estate consulting and training company. Those of you guys who are real estate agents that are still in this video with me, I don't know if you even know that we did that, but we did, because people were coming to us and really wanting help. And so we created a company called Modus Coaching, which I'm also going to be putting some focus on. Modus Coaching and Consulting. And we're really focused, guys, on teams, high-producing teams, real estate teams, which is such an underserved area of the market. But not just what we did at the old house. We're going to be helping people holistically, whatever you need, social media strategies, traditional marketing strategies, direct mailing strategies, in addition to team structure, culture, training, all of that stuff. So it's a good life. It really is. It's a good year. It's been an amazing year. And I have to tell you guys, leaving my job was scary. And we have not wanted. God has taken care of us every step of the way. Every time it looked like that bank account was going to empty, something came along and refilled it. So I just, I'm so grateful to God for loving us so much and giving us an opportunity to serve in a greater way. I'm really excited. I'm excited for the challenges. I'm excited, like I said, I'm grateful for the challenging people that have been put in my path, because the gentle nudge obviously doesn't work with me. I need a kick in the butt to get moving and follow the path that God's put before me. So big things coming this year for Teamsy. If any of you coaches that are still on, we're making big plans. Okay, we're growing fast. We're going to support you guys along the way. Don't worry. Everything is set up to grow, and we're going to scale with you guys. We're excited about Summit next year. We're getting ready to go to New Orleans in the next couple of weeks and start scoping out some space. We're going to put on an extra training for you guys. So keep that in mind. Plan with that with your teams. Make sure you guys are there early on Thursday morning. We're going to be putting in a big training. We're going to look to get some of the top coaches to train there with us. We'll be putting on some training as well. We have planned, between Mike and I, one of my partners, we have planned huge events, up to 5,000-6,000 people in the past, and they've been awesome. So we know what we're doing, and we're going to put together some awesome stuff for you guys to bring extra value. I think Summit is the most amazing experience ever, and I've seen a lot of events. It's my favorite event, going to Beachbody Coach Summit. But I really feel like what's missing from Summit sometimes are the nuts and bolts, the application points, the specific action steps. And I think, we need to go and get inspired, and we need to get the concepts, and we need to understand the effort that it takes and the focus that it takes. And I also think it's good to walk away with a specific action plan. So when you leave Summit on Sunday night, you can get to work on Monday and know exactly what you're doing. So we're looking forward to maybe bringing a little bit of that, just spicing that up a little bit with some of what we can bring to the table. So look forward to that. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because I know that I'm just going on and on. But I just want to say one thing to you guys, which is I'm just really grateful for each and every one of you guys. Whether I know you through real estate, whether I know you from Beachbody, or whether I've just randomly met you somewhere in my life, I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I don't believe Facebook friends are just smoke and mirrors. I know you're real people. And I feel honored that we're connected. Even if it's just through social media, it's still a connection. It's still a connection. And you're still people that I care about and that I want to serve. So thank you guys for your support and your love. Thank you for watching. You guys are the best. Talk to you soon.